Hey everyone, Cam here, and today we're talking about the Garmin GPS series. This is the GNX 375, GNC 355, and GPS 175. If you've been thinking about upgrading your panel for modern IFR capability without the price tag of a GTN, these three navigators are probably on your radar. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your aircraft, your mission, and your budget. Let's jump in. The Garmin GPS series exists to fill a gap. Pilots who need modern WAS and IFR capability, but don't need the full GPS, nav, and comm setup of a GTN. When the GTN line came out, it combined GPS, comm, and nav into one box. Now this is a great all-in-one solution, but it's also expensive and potentially overkill for smaller aircraft. Garmin realized that there are many pilots out there who already have good radios and transponders and didn't want to pay for features they wouldn't use. So thus, the GPS series was born. The GPS series derives from the same IFR navigation core as a GTN, but in a smaller and more affordable package. You still get WAS approaches, wireless database updates, and full flight planning, just without paying for the extra hardware. Okay, let's break down the lineup. Let's see what the options are. The GPS 175 is the simplest model. It's a GPS-only unit, so it has no comm, transponder, or any fluff. However, it gives you full IFR capability at the lowest cost. This is perfect if you already have a working radio and transponder and just want to add WAS GPS navigation. Next up, the GNC 355. This one adds a built-in comm radio. Now this means that you can free up panel space by replacing an old radio while gaining IFR GPS capability. You can tune frequencies directly from the touchscreen, using the knobs, or even from a waypoint information screen. This is all very intuitive, giving you different options based off of personal preference. And finally, the GNX 375. Now this is the top of the GPS class, and I think the most popular. It includes a full Mode S transponder with ADS-B in and out. This means that it not only meets FAA's 2020 ADS-B mandate, but also displays traffic and weather data right on your GTN or to your iPad via Bluetooth. As you can tell, each of these units have the same IFR backbone, but just tailored to different needs a little differently. All three of these share Garmin's modern avionics features. WAS GPS navigation is used for LPV and LNAV approaches, giving you precise location data right when you need it most. A full IFR flight planning suite is programmed into these units with auto-sequencing procedures and airway support. Plus, combine this with features that you already expect, like a responsive touchscreen and Connex wireless connectivity, and you have a pretty capable little unit. Okay, money's at the forefront of everything, so here's what you can expect for ballpark pricing as of today. The GPS 175 base price is around $6,200. The GNC 355 comes in at $8,500, and the GNX 375 tops it off at $9,300 for the standalone unit. Now that's roughly half the cost of a GTN 650Xi, and the 375 even gives you ADS-B in and out. This is something that none of the GTN series do by themselves. Now, installation, unfortunately, is the wild card. Depending on your airplane and local shop rates, expect to budget $3,000 to $10,000 for labor and parts. The good news is that the 355 and the 375 often replace existing radios or transponders, saving both space and wiring. Now, database subscriptions are also cheaper on these than with the GTN line. Now, at the bare minimum, you'll need navigation data, but terrain and obstacle databases are also good to have. Expect to plan around $500 per year for everything, or just $99 if you only want the nav database. Okay, so here's the big takeaway. The GPS line offers significantly lower entry costs, both upfront and ongoing, for full IFR capability. Now, choosing between these three comes down to your mission, your panel space, and your budget. If you fly IFR frequently and want weather and traffic without the extra boxes, go for the GNX 375. If you just want a clean IFR GPS upgrade, the 175 gets it done at the lowest cost. And lastly, if you're replacing an old radio, the GNC 355 probably makes sense. By the time you factor in the cost of a new radio or a new transponder, oftentimes you're already 60% of the way there, so it's just something to keep in mind for future upgrades. As far as budgeting goes, the 175 is still the cheapest path to IFR certification, while the 375 offers the best all-in-one value for the long term. Now, if you need more screen space or even onboard radar integration, stepping up to a GTN 650Xi or 750Xi might make sense. But just expect a big jump in cost. If you don't need IFR certification, Garmin's Era 660 and 760 portables are excellent VFR backup tools. Pair one with a GDL52 receiver, and you've got traffic, weather, and navigation, and a compact and portable setup for under $2,500. So whether you're adding IFR capability, replacing an old radio, or looking for a portable backup, Garmin's ecosystem has something for every pilot. So in conclusion, the Garmin GPS series isn't meant to replace the Garmin GTN. It's just designed to make IFR more accessible for more aircraft and budgets. You'll see that each model fills a niche. Which one fits you the best? Match your avionics to your mission, your panel, and your budget, and you can't go wrong with any of these. I'm Cam Carr, and thanks for watching this buyer's guide. Be sure to check out my full-length GPS tutorials if you want to learn more about these units, and we'll see you in the next video.